Yo, what's going on guys, it is Tom, welcome back to a brand new video, and this is part number 2 of my F115 Full House series, and this is the second round of the championship at Malaysia. As you can see, we are in the Mclaren Honda for this race, and it looks like we're going to be in for a very interesting race guys. I'm definitely, I can't wait for this one. It's going to be a really interesting one because obviously the McLaren is actually a car that doesn't handle too bad on this game. However, we all know that the straight line speed of this car is absolutely diabolical. So we're going to be in for a bit of a rough ride, and obviously we're starting from the back as per usual. So for this race guys, in order to get an upgrade into a Sauber or any car above, we need to finish in the top 10, so inside the points. So we need to get points finish this race in order to get any sort of upgrade. So a points finish is going to be the requirement, and it's going to be what's going to be necessary this race for us to improve and get out of this really slow car in a straight line. So without further ado, we're going to jump into the race, and hopefully we can try and get that exact result, and try and get 10th or above as we get up to 5 red lights for the Malaysian Grand Prix. And we are underway, getting a really good start actually in the McLaren Honda there. Pretty decent start. We are on the option tyres, or the faster tyres, so we should be quite fast at the start of this race. We're going to do whatever the AI do in terms of strategy of this race. So here we go then, going to turn number 1 now. Can we try and make a move the inside? Yes we do. We overtake a few cars there. We've gone up to 17th, 16th place now. Through turn 1 now, we're going to go up the inside of Ericsson and also maybe a Perez there. Now we're going to go on the outside of turn 2. Is there only going to be any contact? No, there is not yet. We have a little bit of contact with Perez there, right on his rear wing there, but we're going to get away with it. We're up in 15th place already at the start of this race now. And then we've got Ricardo and Perez go side by side. We're going to turn number 4 now. Can we dive one up the inside here? Yes we do. We're going to go up the inside. No, take 3 cars, including Felipe Nasser, and go up to P12. So a very good start lap so far, and we're already up into P12. So only 2 more positions until we can get an upgrade into the Sauber car for the next races. We now go on to the end of lap number 1, and we're on the back of Max Verstappen as we go into the penultimate corner, and we're going to dive one up the inside off the Dutch driver through here. I'm actually going to make the move stick quite nicely and squeeze Verstappen out on the exit of the corner there, and we're up into P11 now. So a really good start to the race from us, and only 1 more place now until the point. So overall, a really solid start to the race. Now we've got Carlos Sainz, Max's teammate, ahead of us as we go into hairpin lap number 2, and we're going to dive up the inside, but Sainz is braking really early, and we're going to take him up the inside there, and it's a job well done for us, and we're up into the points now. So this is a perfect result for us. We don't have to finish no lower than this. P10 will be perfectly good enough for us to get a Sauber upgrade for the next race. So if we want to go even higher than that, then we're going to have to get, I think, at least 8th place, so we can get a Lotus, which I think is the next car on the list. So we really need to push hard now, so we can try and get any better cars. We dive right up the inside of Nico Hulkenberg in the penultimate corner there. We make it stick just about, but Hulkenberg is still there. We're going to squeeze him right out. I have a little bit of contact there, but we make the move stick nonetheless. But now down the back straight, this is where the McLaren Honda is so weak, as Nico Hulkenberg comes straight back out with a straight line speed into the final corner. We have to try and defend, but there's just no use there, and there's absolutely nothing we can do, and we're going to have to concede the position to Nico Hulkenberg for the time being, and we're back down to P10. So that's what I was saying guys, the McLaren Honda, as we all know, is very slow in a straight line, so unfortunately these incidents are going to happen as we try to squeeze one up the inside of Hulkenberg there through the double apex right hander, but right on the back of him through this middle sector where the McLaren Honda is strongest. Then can we double up the inside of Hulkenberg here, up in the hairpin? Yes we do. We got the inside of the German and squeeze him out, and it's a lovely move there for P9, and hopefully this time the move will be definitive on Nico Hulkenberg. We don't have to re-overtake him any more times as we're now on the back of Pastor Bernardo, and here comes Hulkenberg up the inside, but we're going to run it really deep into the final corner, which is going to allow Hulkenberg back up our inside here, but we're going to hang it around the outside. We've got so much more straight line speed, and we're just going to take him for now, but Hulkenberg is going to have DRS on us, and here he comes once again. He's got DRS this time, and he's going to go along on our outside here, and is he going to make the move? No, he's not. We're actually going to squeeze him into Maldonado there, so he can't make a move up the inside, and we're actually going to take the position back for P9 for the time being, as we're now on the back of Pastor Maldonado. And if any of you guys have been watching COP, then you know I haven't exactly been best friends with Maldonado when it comes to not having contact on this game, and hopefully we don't have any issues with him now in this race. But here we are on the back of Pastor now, going into the second sector, and he's actually really slow for this particular corner. We're going to get a lovely move through the corner, and that's actually going to allow us to go alongside him as we go into this left-hander. Who's going to blink first? It's going to be Maldonado, and we're going to try and hang it around the outside, which will now become the inside for the second part of the next corner. We're going to make the move up into P8, which is now a Lotus upgrade position. So this is a really nice upgrade for us for China. We can make this position stick, and I'm skipping later on to lap 5. I've actually got I think it's Hulkenberg coming up on our slipstream now on the left-hand side. Here goes Hulkenberg, and we just can't defend from it. He's just so much more faster than us in a straight line, and we just have to concede the position for the time being. Hulkenberg just has too much straight line speed for us, and we just can't match him one bit. So overall, a really solid start to the race so far. Obviously, we're well into the points, but as you can see on the mini-map, everyone has just stormed away, so we're really far behind any other positions. So if we now go up the inside of Hulkenberg, just about squeeze our nose up there, and Hulkenberg actually goes really wide, allowing us to go clean up the inside, and then he lost a lot of time after that, which allowed us to pull away. And now skipping later on to lap 7, you can see cars are in the pit lane, And the beauty of this Malaysian Grand Prix is that you guys may have seen it in car, but the car's like the 2-stop or 3-stop, so there's a bit of a split strategy going on. And I'm actually going to go for the 2-stop in this McLaren because I want to do the least amount of stops possible and try and have track position. So we're going to go for the 2-stop strategy, and as you can see, everybody's pitting, and this 2-stop strategy is allowing us to go up through the positions now as we go up into P4, which will then become P3, and maybe even P2 now as we come onto the exit of the pit lane, maybe even P1 if you overtake Rosberg. Yes, we do. So we take the lead of the race. Unbelievable scenes here in a McLaren Honda. We're in the lead of the race, but exactly 1 lap later at the end of that lap, we've got Nico Rosberg, Lewis Hamilton, and Sebastian Vettel right behind us here, and we're just an absolute sitting duck down this back straight. As you can see, we're getting molested by 2 Mercedes and maybe the Ferrari as well, but we're coming to the pit lane now at the end of this lap anyway, so lucky enough we're going to get away with any sort of incident and it just not have any further embarrassment when it comes to being slow on a straight line. And we're going to come into the pit lane and get onto a fresh set of tyres, and this will be our first pit stop, and we've got 1 more stop after this. So naturally we're right in the mix for this race, because obviously our strategy of having track position is really going to come into the mix later on in the race, and hopefully we're all going to according to plan with the strategy, then we should be very, very close for a good result later on in the race. But as you can see, we've got also, I think that's Ricardo in the pit lane with us there, but we're going to rejoin on a fresh set of medium tyres, which are the faster and softer tyre for this Grand Prix. And we're going to rejoin in a comfortable, I think we're like P8 or P9, so we're comfortably in the points right now, and we're just behind Verstappen and I think that's Hulkenberg, so they've overtaken us as you can see, but we're now on the back of Verstappen and Hulkenberg. Speak of the devil on lap 12, here we are alongside Verstappen. We're going to get a lovely little run through the right hander, and we're just going to sneak our car up the inside of Max there and make a nice easy move up into P9, and we're now on the back of Hulkenberg, who we have to re-overtake once again this race. So he's been a bit of a rival, you could say, this race. We have to overtake him a couple of times now, but here we go down the pit straight. We've got Darius on Nico Hulkenberg, put it up into Rich Mix, and can we possibly overtake Hulkenberg down the straight? We're going to pull to the inside into turn number 1. Are we going to make the move stick? It looks like it, and yes we have. What a move there on Nico Hulkenberg and the McLaren Honda with a bit of Rich Mix, and the DRS has been able to keep up with the full scene in a straight line, and we managed to get past him there down pit straight. So very nice overtake there from us, and we're now back up into P8 and skipping later on to lap 14. As you can see, the clouds are starting to gather here in Malaysia, and I did go check on my radio, so I asked Jeff what was happening, and heavy rain was expected in the next 15 minutes, so rain would be coming down very soon here, and that really did throw a curveball into this race and really made it interesting. You can see Raikkonen has just come out of the pit lane there on our first set of options, and we're going to get right through his gear, but actually have contact with his left rear, but Raikkonen is going to stay ahead however, and we can't make the move stick yet. But now the real focus, guys, is on the weather. The rain is on its way, so we need to keep an eye out for that. As you can see in the skies, it's getting ever darker, and it's actually starting to rain now on screen, as you can see, and we've got, I think that's Massa coming alongside us now, going to make the move, and he's going to overtake us there for P6, and we're going to lose P6 for the time being. But as you can see, I'm scheduled to pit on lap 18, but the rain is coming down, so I'm just going to have to hang it out and hope that the rain comes fast, because I'm running out of tyres. As you see on the graphic there, the tyres were orange in terms of wear, so really starting to struggle for tyres now. And as you can see, lap 17, Kvyat is actually my strategy rival, so he's also on a 2-stop, so I decided to follow him into the pit lane, and I might have had a bit of a good luck at the draw here, because Kvyat actually comes into the pits for a set of dry tyres, so a set of dry prime tyres, and I'm actually going to go and risk it, and I'm going to go into the intermediates. The rain isn't too heavy right now, but I'm hoping that if I roll this dice, it'll get heavy by the end of the lap, because this heavy rain that's on the way, fingers crossed, it might play into my hands beautifully. So we're going to hope for the best here. As you can see, Kvyat, if you saw briefly, that was on the hard orange wall tyres, so we're going to see exactly who is the faster of the two as we come out of pit lane now, and once the tyres heat up and get up the temperature and grip up, we're going to see who's faster. But I think Red Bull really have screwed Kvyat over, because obviously it's starting to rain on track now, and we're resuming back onto the onboard action. And as you can see, we're on the inters now, and Kvyat is on the orange wall primes there, and so far we've got so much more grip than Kvyat coming out of the pit lane, so this could be the perfect strategy call for us this race, and we might have actually just nailed the strategy call and the timing to go into the intermediates. As you can see, going through turn number 4, Kvyat goes really, really slowly. We're just going to breeze past him on pure traction alone in the McLaren Honda, go cleanly around the outside of him. So the intermediate tyre is definitely the tyre we want to be on, and I've absolutely timed my strategy call onto the inters to perfection here, and we're going to see if this actually gives us any benefits and gives us any more positions as we go down the pit straight now. There's a few cars exiting the pit lane, and we're going to take P6 back from Felipe Massa, and there's Massa right there ahead of us, so could we possibly get P5 maybe? It's going to be unlikely, but we've managed to get ourselves right back up into P6 and skip a later on to top 21. I decided to roll the dice once again, and rain was really starting to intensify at this point, guys, so what I decided to do was come to the pit lane, and I'm going to roll it once again, like I said, and strap on a set of prime tyres, sorry, not prime tyres, full wet tyres, because obviously the rain is coming down. Heavy rain was expected, so I'm going to take a risk and go onto the full wet tyres, the blue wall full wet tyres, and hopefully this risk pays off. Obviously last time with the intermediate I timed it to absolute perfection. It was spot on in terms of a strategy call, so hopefully we can try and make the exact same gamble pay off once again, because this might actually get us right up into the top 5, and if we can get top 5, then the promotion in terms of a car is going to be really, really good. I think we could probably get something like a Red Bull or a Force India or a Toro Rosso, so those would be some really, really nice cars to move into for the next race in China. And skipping later on to lap 25, as you can see, we've got cars in the pit lane there, and for a minute I got really excited because I thought the strategy worked, but it's actually only one car, and 2 of them were blue flag cars that were lapped down. So we're only getting 1 place in the grand scheme of things, and now we've got Bottas attacking us. As you can see, here he goes. He just breezed past us on the straight up the inside, but we're going to try and defend by hanging it around the outside of the final corner, because we're not going to let go of the 6th place just yet. And Bottas is going to have to try and fight for everything he's got to try and take the 6th place away from us, because 6th place means that we actually get into a Force India, I think, or a Toro Rosso for the next race. But Bottas is just so much faster than us down the straight. We just can't keep up with him. He's just too fast, and we just can't match with the Mclaren Honda. Even though it's pouring rain and there's no DRS, we just got no straight line speed whatsoever. And eventually we have to concede that 6th place to Bottas, but nevertheless it's been an absolutely fantastic race here at Malaysia, and we are going to take a well-deserved 7th place and our first points of the season. And what a race that was. I've got to say the 2-stop strategy originally planned was actually perfect for us in terms of the rain, because obviously we did 1 stop in the dry, and that really did shoot us up in the order of the pack. And overall 7th place was an absolutely fantastic result, and pretty much maximum points we could achieve this race. As you can see, official confirmation is Nico Rosberg wins the race, Sebastian Vettel comes home in 2nd, and Kimi Raikkonen rounds off the podium with Lewis Hamilton in 4th place. So usual suspects in the top 4, and Mercedes actually gets us some really good points this race compared to Australia, where they only got 1 point in that race, if I remember correctly. Lewis Hamilton just about scraping a 10th place finish, so a really good result there for the Mercedes boys. But obviously I've got to say, guys, this series isn't there's nothing to do with constructors, so I won't be showing you constructor standings in this video because it's completely irrelevant, because I'll be driving in every single car, so there's not exactly a title to fight for. And I'm thinking of some possible rule changes, so I might actually put them in at the start of the video, guys. If I remember in time, and I'll do it before I render this video out, then I might be putting in some new rules or some updated rules into the series. So keep an eye out for that. There'll be at the start of the video, so you will probably see it. And if I do so, I'll probably put it in the title. But nevertheless, guys, I really enjoyed the video. As you see, those are the results, and we're going to quickly move on to the driver standings. And Vettel is 1st, Raikkonen is 2nd, and Rosberg is 3rd after that race win. And Bottas is 4th, Ricciardo is 5th, Massa 6th, Kvyat's 7th, Lewis Hamilton now up into 8th after that result. Max Verstappen is actually in 9th, and then we're just about into the top 10 now. That's 6 points that we earned that race. But nevertheless, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, then please do leave a like down below, and if you're new around here, please subscribe. And yeah, guys, I'm Tony Energy, and I'm out. See you guys, so there'll be another video tomorrow. And yeah, guys, that's all right from me.